Good morning, just in case anybody does hear this. I'll be back in 2 seconds and it's not going to be a long one actually. I just feel like I need to say a couple of things about what's been said. I am also acutely aware that there's literally barely anybody that gets notifications. I don't even know. I think I might have hit 30 subscribers yesterday. Thanks, Dave. But honestly, this one's literally only for a couple of days now, so I don't particularly need it. So in about 2 minutes, I've just got a few things to say that, again, it's not so much for participation right at this moment. It's just more that it's been said and I've got it down for reference. But I hope everybody's well. So about a minute or two, I'll be back. All right, 2 secs. If anyone needs 2 seconds. All right, okay. Turn this down. Okay, I'm not even sure how many people are going to hear this. I'm not even, in fact, expecting anyone to hear this as I do it at the moment, but I've got a lot on. I need to just kind of get this out of the way while it's fresh in my... Oh, 2 seconds. Fresh in my head. You have to bear with me as well. No, fuck it. Don't worry. I'm fine. No, we are allowed to say, I'm not being a narcissist, but I'm generally in a fuckload of pain like 24/7 at the minute. So things are just generally harder. And I don't have as much time to be investing in stuff that really isn't, of the highest importance to me. So what we have at the moment, I've not been able to see I'm not even clear 100% of the motivations behind it, whether this is, look, I'm not assuming there is one. I'm going to hope this is just in the light of transparency. However, I believe there's more to it. There's a hell load more, specifically regarding waving. Wavy, again, one more time, if you do hear this, I'm going to extend to you if you do, in fact, want to talk before things take their own other ways. And that's not me saying I'm going to come around and murder this. None of that's going on at all. But things are in motion for a lot of things, despite what our friend, our colleague on the internet, Mr. Rick, might or might not say, because all of a sudden now, apparently, whatever Jupiter says is golden. I mean, oh God, look, I'm not going to make this a slag fest now about Jupiter, for fuck's sake. I've got plenty to say, and there's plenty coming to be said, all in good time. So, to keep this short and sweet, I'm just going to play, I'm assuming with permission, and I'm not even sharing the actual thing. I'm just playing literally directly from the public domain, what's been put in the public domain very, very recently. Again, I've no idea what the motivation is behind it. It's nobody's, what's the word? Let's not be around the bush, right? Okay, there's no love lost right at this particular moment. So I've got no fucking clue what's going through the guy's head. Literally none. Even what I did think I did know a bit about up until recently, I'm considerably questioning now. So unless the fella decides he wants to actually speak about it, then I'm pretty stumped my end. Not that it's going to go like ruining my day or anything like that. It's just there's very fucking little I can do about it when people choose to disengage, which again ultimately only surprises me further considering it's Rick who literally has always been the let's just sit and fucking talk about it guy. As far as I know, I mean, I don't know. It's just not like we've been in a relationship or anything like that. So, I mean, I don't know really how much of this is or isn't, you know, just that wasn't supposed to happen. The thing I was looking for is not even in there. Right, bear with me. Yeah, so I really, honestly, I've got no idea whether or not this chap is just, I don't know, trying to cover his own arse now with certain things that have gone on in the past, if he's literally trying to be fair to the truth or what. But what I will do is just play literally the conversation between himself and Wavy that obviously was necessary. So let me just see if I've missed any more. Conversation with, I think I did that one already. On the middle ground. Yeah, I think I already did do that one. So I'm just going to play through Rick's latest Wavy conversation. It's only like 7 minutes. So I'm just going to play it through and just discuss it after.
Hello, Ben Telegram.
You alright, mate? How you doing?
How are you, fella? You good?
Yeah, not bad, Jay.
Yeah, man. My twin grandchildren have been born, man.
Right, brilliant.
28 weeks, mate. It's fucking, that's amazing, man.
Fucking hell.
Jeez, it all happened since about 5 o'clock, man. It's fucking crackers. I can't believe it. The what's up there now. So, yeah, listen, I'm going to be pulling away offline for whatever.
Yeah.
While my babies are in incubators and that.
No, it's understandable.
But I don't want to leave this hanging for a fucking month, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right then. I'm feeling uncomfortable about this, mate. So I was going to make a video about it, but I don't want to gaslight you either. Now, you can record this then and play it if you want to. I've got no bones about it.
Right.
But my opinion is that she's gaslighting you. You have ended up arguing with drunken people who just...
Sorry, I missed the first part of that. Is Wavy now saying that I'm gaslighting? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Is he saying that I'm gaslighting Rick? Because I've got a feeling of where I've got a feeling this might go. Because, I mean, in line with what was said yesterday, the amount of shit Rick's taken for me when I never actually asked Rick to come along and do anything for me or take any shit for me. I might be getting this wrong. But if he's saying that I've gaslit Rick somehow by dragging Rick into situations where I think if we go back over things, we'll find that generally speaking, I've been dragged into shit by generally Jason. And then just by default, because people just lumped me and Rick together despite whatever we ever fucking said anyway, Rick would get caught up in that situation as well. Now, it sounds to me, yet again, now the thing is, Wavy, you may have deleted all your fucking videos over the years, but I haven't, love. Right, so if you want to find me, should we go over a ratio of whatever your fucking videos had to do with anything else other than Kaylee? I'll tell you what, I'm going to set you a challenge, Wavy. Why don't you go do that? Go through all your old shit, right, and clock up every single video you ever made, right, and just put together, if I don't know, Google, if you can't remember how to do ratios, there's really fucking easy apps, tools, all sorts of shit for it now. If you cannot figure out ratios, I really set a challenge for you, Wavy, over the entire time that anybody's had any fucking clue who you are on the internet. Please go ahead and do a ratio of all of your videos that I've recorded, the ones that you've taken down, but I've recorded over the years. Figure out how many of them were in relation to just smashing the shit out of Kaylee, who you don't know, versus anything else of worth, or anything else, just anything else. But let's just go back and carry on. Again, I'm not preempting what Rick's doing here. He may well just be literally playing this in transparency just for the sake of what it is. But so far, and I mean, the thing is, again, with Rick himself, we've had this discussion many a time in the past, that this is just generally the, I don't know, but things change, don't they? Then sometimes things that have been said all along weren't true anyway, so I don't know anymore.
Troll people, it's what they do, then these people, they've got no boundaries, man.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I get that.
And I think you were dragged into that. And I heard you kick off about the wasp, calling Brian Earl's children spasms.
Yeah.
Right? I was discussing it. I'm still not happy with it, but that's what them people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Night after night they do these things. Right? Now, the video itself, the original video where that clip comes from, is about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 40 minutes long. It's on Brian Hurl's second channel.
Yeah.
Right, where Brian Hurl, Vida, and Kaylee are calling the Wasp's children paedophile, crackheads, all kinds
I see where this is going, right.
About an hour.
Right, so what I'd like now, because obviously now, it seems right now, because, I've been told about this conversation that I've been involved in a million times with Esau and Brian and everything before I knew who any of those characters were, before I had any idea who Wasp. But by the way, let's not forget, very shortly before Wasp died, myself and Wasp had an at length, in-depth, personal, private conversation. Okay, so I'm quite okay with where things were ultimately left with Wasp. Now, let's not forget, how the fuck do I even know who Wasp is? How the fuck do I even know who Brian Hurl is? How the fuck do I even know who Jupiter is? How do I know who Wavy is, AJ is, Danny? How do I know any of these people? Okay, is it just because I feel like I need to run around and then make up another guy from Manchester called Rick because I fancy him and I want him to come save my ass from it? This is just bollocks. Okay, the fact it even happened, right, should say enough. So what you're saying, I sat there and I took that. I think this is what Rick's been alluding to at some point. Because you know what I've said a million times as well, when you're in a new setting, you don't know who you're around. Sometimes, do you remember, has this not been applied to Babs a million times over? Even though when she then goes on the next day to say, oh, no, I've got all the excuses in the world. See, I don't do that. I accept that in the male city, even this came up the other day and got completely thrown in my face, misconstrued. Everybody else got what I was saying, apart from you, Rick. Things happen in the moment. People make stupid mistakes. Then they change their ways. See, now what I don't do is sit around on a panel with these people right now, which is what some other people do. Do you see what I'm saying? So, I obviously fucked up at that point, and I'd still like to see that footage because people talk about it all the time. The same way, Wavy, you talk about this fucking terrorizing this dead child's family that's never happened. And I'd really appreciate you to specify that one last time so I can go directly to that family and have the conversation with the family that I supposedly harassed myself and see if they even know who the fuck I even am. All right, do you see where this is going? Now, if you want to provide this original conversation that you're talking about here, rather than just phoning Rick about it and, getting into Rick's ear again, because this is all you've done for fucking years. If you want to get that original one, don't feel bad on me. Put everything out. Good, bad, ugly. It's all been done already. Let's deal with the problems. That's what I'm about. I don't run around creating shit by bringing it up down the line, telling somebody, do you remember something? I saw this. I say, you're being gassed. This girl's a cunt. You're just a fucking dirty old prick, Wavy.
No, I don't know why they did get on around there. It's exactly I can understand that Brian Earl saying he's going to go to his Wasp daughter's workplace. His granddaughter's an actress, so he's going to go and fuck that up for him. He took a load of stick before that was mentioned, yeah? Now, I don't know if she sent you a clip.
No,
listen.
No. I was just sent. A few people sent me the link. Said what? Oh no, the Brian Hurl thing. I was on there, wasn't I? I was on. Well, I was just on the comments, but I was on there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I was just listening and I thought, wow, no way did he just.
And I'm thinking, what the fuck is Dan Tarragon doing here, man? You know what I mean? Another thing was, there was a show on the other night on the Wasp channel, right? Now, she's been saying, and I've heard you say it as well, Dan, right, that she moved home because of trolls wrecking her and all this, right?
Go fuck yourself, Gary. And I want you to come and say this to my face. And I really hope, Rick, you don't just go with this shit now, because you know it is a lot fucking deeper than that. It was not because of the trolls that we moved, right? It wasn't because of the trolls. I was happy to move when we were being moved because of the trolls and the situation and it giving us somewhere fresh. And we already decided as a family it was safer for the children to go to an even more anonymous address permanently with a new anonymous school, right? But of course, this is all everybody else's fucking business for the rest of time, isn't it? Right, so this is now what Wavy's saying, is now that I'm running around blaming the trolls for anything that ever happened with me and my children. Never been the case, but do you see where we still are? I've still got this shit 24/7, and even the people I thought I could trust are now putting this kind of thing out to what, make me look more crazy still? When if you do actually go back, I even clarified it, and Rick, you did support me at the time, if you remember. I clarified it on Brian Hurl's own show. It was not because of the trolls that I moved, but I was very happy to because of the situation. That's what actually happened. But again, of course, we've got Gary yet again telling in private somebody's ear what's actually going on with Kaylee's life. And I still set you that challenge, Wavy. If you can go and find all the videos you've ever made on anything and then figure out a ratio, because I've got all of them, figure out a ratio of how many of them had anything to do with fucking anything versus slagging off Kaylee.
No, I don't comment. I don't have any flat out with Kaylee because
you just make videos and delete them, you fucking melon.
Yeah. Now it turns out that she won't move home because of trolls.
Turns out I never fucking claimed that, and if anybody ever let me actually speak and listened to the words I actually say, it's a hell of a lot fucking. Do you know, I don't need to. I'm just going to let the rest play out because I'm just hoping Rick's. I've got a feeling I've heard this conversation before anyway, but I'm hoping that this isn't a strategic thing to try and now go, oh, look, she's a troublemaker. It's all about Kaylee. And look, even people have been warning me all along. If that's what it is, then fine, that's what it is. But let's just at least be honest about what actually fucking happened.
You know what I mean? So it's been a lie that she's been using.
Have I? Is it a lie I've been using, or is it something that you want me to have been using, which I never fucking said? Do you see where the twist in all of this shit really is? Does anyone ever fucking listen to me? Well, you're going to have no choice soon, because I'm going to be in a million fucking places and I'm going to be able to say whatever the fuck I like about whoever the fuck I like, as long as it's within the law. And believe me, after what you lot have put me through, I can do a fucking lot.
Oh, mate, it's an MO, mate, and I recognise the MO.
I know what you're saying, but it's one of them things. There's a lot going on in the background. Justin's pulled her into that wasp thing and said everyone's attacking you, need to get in there and defend yourself and all this. So he's dragged her into that situation.
Yeah, mate,
none of us.
You don't get dragged in, young man, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of them. None of us knew any of these people. You know, there was never.
I mean, I don't know you from Adam. You know what I mean? I know I ain't playing any games with them. No. So I'm a fucking.
So he doesn't know Rick from Adam. He's got no fucking idea who I am, but he has to phone Rick to go in his ear about what a prick I am. Is this making a lot of sense? And plus, let's not forget, the only reason anyone even knows who Wavy is because he's an entire integral part to the Hampstead bollocks. If anybody can find Wavy before this shit happened, please enlighten us all.
Honest person. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't think you've really got major beats with Danny and AJ. I think it's all just Esther. I'm not blaming Umbrella Grape for that.
He's just put a video up, AJ, on about I've got to worry about having my kids took or whatever now. This is what I mean.
Where's it all fucking lead?
Where does it? Oh, so he won't address at that point. Oh, do you know what? There may be a vulnerable young mother of 3 during COVID, not having family in the country and all the rest of it. Perhaps at that point, then, you know, considering this dude still is making videos threatening men's children, perhaps she doesn't feel like it's been resolved enough yet to just go back to happy families. Is this guy fucking serious or what?
I don't want to get involved in all that.
I don't want to fucking get involved. Fuck off and die.
He's pretending that Eric's not him. and then running about doing the most vile shit as Eric.
That's
What he don't realise is we've had a team fucking trace his fucking shit twice, and it's come back to AJ twice. And then we've just had someone confirm that they've got evidence that he's Eric as well.
Nothing would surprise me with the accidents. I've seen loads of them do, man.
That's it. That's it. So it's one of them things.
I spoke to that wasp and them for about 10 minutes, man, and that was me out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what they do. It's their content every night. They get on and hammer people and fucking slay them. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just fucking goes nowhere.
Well, I've been saying to a few people this week, you know, none of the people around this, there's one person, Ricky Millwall and Raj, they're the only two people out of this movement that are actually around the shit. And you're thinking, why are you around all these wrongings? I don't get it.
You know what I mean? I ain't even saying they're wrong, they're just a bunch of pissheads, and it's what they do then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been doing it for fucking years.
Well, unfortunately, we've got wrong-uns and pissheads everywhere. You'll find even in most groups, most societies, most communities, you're going to have wrong-uns and pissheads. This is the world we live in. If you're literally going to whitewash every single collection of people because one or two of them's a wrong-un or a pisshead, then you're not going to get very fucking far, if you ask me. I think from what I've come, well, to be fair, yeah, a lot of the hive are proper cunts, but I've met some really decent people via that situation, I think, so far. And yet again, always open to change. You know, life is very fluid and all that. What is it? Be like water. But let's see it to the end for fairness sake. It's only like another minute or so. And again, this isn't no attack on Rick. I mean, I don't understand the relevance so much. Well, I'm sure he's going to have his reasons. I hope they're more directed at the greater good than trying to have a swipe at me for some reason at the moment. But I'm not necessarily taking it as a personal thing like that. It's just very hard after a certain string of videos and whatnot that's gone on of late, if you know what I mean. But either or, I'll get over it.
Yeah.
I know, I just think this ain't what you are about. Listen, I don't even agree with half of the stuff you say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think this is what you're about.
No,
you know what I mean? I think it's
not.
beneath that, and that's my honest opinion as a man to another one.
Yeah. No, bang on, mate. Bang on.
Yeah, I know, honestly, I'm a bullshitter then, I'm being totally honest with that.
Yeah.
And I'm at the end of the phone, if, you know what I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Sound. Nice one, Wavy.
All right.
Hope everything goes cool, mate. Congratulations and everything.
Thank you very much, mate.
Nice one, mate.
Take it easy, man. Just,
You
like
too.
I said, man, you know what I mean? Don't fucking go itself, man. Just move away from it all.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to Danny, man, I'll set someone up. Talk to each other, man, and whatever. I ain't trying to correct no.
Right, so if you want to talk to Danny, mate, I'll set it up. Right, hang on. All right, that is very close to the end. So basically, this is very similar, is it not? To Danny was absolutely fine with me having me in all the hangs and having me all around the situation when it was to fill my head with everything about Hampstead being a hoax and whatnot. And now we've got Wavy here telling Rick to just stay away from it all. But if you want to talk to Danny, who, let's not forget, this gentleman has declared publicly his undying, unequivocal, his undying, unconditional love for this gentleman, Lyndon Morden. This has already happened and been well documented. So in one breath, he's telling him to stay away from this case completely. However, if he would like an arranged meeting with his love of his life, Mr. Lyndon Morden, he can most certainly arrange that. But stay away from Kaylee because she's a gaslighting, troublemaking cunt, basically, is what I'm getting out of this conversation. But let's just finish it off.
Sound, mate. Sound. Take care.
All right, then, Mocha.
Take care, mate.
All right, then, mate.
All right. Stay safe. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Ta-ra.
Okay, and I do believe that's the end of it, and I am entirely busy. So make of that what you will. I'm not 100% sure Rick's intention of that at this point in time, whether it's to distance himself further from the overall thing, which is absolutely fine because nobody ever thought Rick really wanted much to do with it. We all know the Pendragons and CM, but none of that had anything to do with the case until this lot turned up anyway. And to be fair, I never got involved specifically because of the case. I've got all sorts of reasons why I've been doing things to try and protect children for 1,000,001 different reasons that will be prove, not that I have to prove anything though, they're just self-evident and will be in time with my work. So I've got nothing to defend or prove to anybody. And if that's the case, so I really don't know, and I'm not about to make a presumption, but there you go. That's what Rick's put out this morning, the conversation between himself and Wavy. And again, Wavy, I set you the challenge. If you want to go back through your entire catalogue of shit that you've put out on the internet and then break it down for us into a ratio of anything else versus slagging off Kaylee, I think that would be a really interesting video for you to make. But on that note, peace and love, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I don't even know if I'm still live because I can't see the finish button. Oh, yes, down the bottom here, isn't it? Have a beautiful day. Yeah, I am over on this one, but I'm super duper busy, so probably not going to be around too much. Can't upload videos to the other. I don't even think I can upload to this one without I need to go get basically a hell of a load of new SIM cards and shit, and I've got loads to sort out, and I'm traveling a lot. I will tap in and out. My direct number is the same at the moment, but I can't take actual calls, so you're going to need to WhatsApp or message if you need me to get back to you urgently. But that's where we're at with that, I suppose. I'm not even 100% sure what it was supposed to imply, but then perhaps it wasn't. It's just being transparent. That's just what happened. But then that's happened a lot over the years. Wavy pretends he's all very much straight-laced and all for the greater good and everything. But again, Wavy, I set the challenge. Show us what the fuck you've ever done apart from slate me that you've committed to the internet, and I'll eat my hat. But on that one, have a good where are we? What's the day? Yeah, have a great week, everyone.